All right, Shalom. This is Arya Ben Yashara al GMS Lions Den. First and foremost, I want to say, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Bahasham Racha Kodash Ma'amath. A double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. A sincere Tawada and salutations to the Akim, the Akwathim, and the children that's believing and pushing the truth with sincerity. All right, I want to get this. This lesson out called propaganda, because the so-called white man, who is Esau, that the Bible speaks of, knows that this is a war. I'm gonna get the scripture. Knows that this is that this is a war that he's fighting with us, with the men of the Lord. Let me go ahead and get the scripture. 2 Corinthians. Salakia. But he knows that this is a war that he's fighting with us, but it's not a carnal war. Chapter 10, Con. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. Con. So the so-called white man, who is Esau, he knows that this is a spiritual war and not a physical war. But through war, but in times of war, the biggest another good weapon is art and images and propaganda. You know, during the times of I think the Germans were in part of World War II, and here in America they would have posters saying that if you don't carpool and you drive by yourself, that's like riding with Hitler. So they're conditioning people's minds into doing stuff that they want them to do. And they're putting images like movies, TV shows, and music. They put it all in those things to condition our minds to think that, I can't think of the scripture right now, but they say that good is evil and evil is good. You know, they're twisting our minds right now. And what the men of the Lord are doing is, verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. Con. So we're pulling down those posters that they put up. Not literally, but spiritually and figuratively. We're pulling down those posters, those strongholds that they put up. All right. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach. Khan. So casting down imaginations, we're casting down that Santa Claus isn't real. All right, we're casting down the imagination that the Easter Bunny isn't real. All right, that's all pagan and heathen customs. You know, all that stuff's not real. All that stuff's wicked unto the Most High. All right, and bringing Salakia and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh. Khan. And what so-called white man, who is Esau, likes to do is he likes to exalt himself above the knowledge of the Most High. Rather than say that the Most High created the heavens and the stars, he'll say a big bang happened. You know, so rather than say that just a whole bunch of lies that he spews. You know, just a whole bunch of lies and a whole bunch of exalting itself against the knowledge of the Most High, which is what the so-called white man does. And let me get another scripture. And so he another thing that he does. I'm gonna go to 1 Maccabees chapter 3. Okay, so this is 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, which is these scriptures, the Holy Bible, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. Con. So that's what the so-called white man does. He'll open up the book. He'll pick a story, like the movie that just came out, Samson. It was very much overshadowed by Black Panther, but it came out the same time Black Panther did. Samson, it looked like they were trying to cast him as a Gadite, but everyone around him was an Edomite. All right, he had an Edomite brother, which in the scriptures he didn't have a brother. So everyone around Samson is an Edomite. So they'll put themselves in any place in history they can, because like it says, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images, Khan. So they'll paint the likeness of their images all the time. They do it all the time in movies and in TV shows. Let me get another scripture. Because we are in a spiritual war, and because we are in a war, that means that propaganda is going to be used. And right now, the men of the Lord who are out there on the highways and byways pushing the truth and sincerity, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, the men of the Lord, we're out there on the highways and byways telling our people who they are. So that's the Most High's propaganda. You know, every time the Most High destroys a kingdom, he always puts men in place to tell people what's about to happen. And we're putting up posters that says Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai is coming back on chariots. And there's, if you can imagine, you know, a big old chariot that Yahweh Shai is standing on top of. So we're saying those things, and we're doing these things not because we want to, but because the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai wants to. And of course, because we want to. We want to have salvation. We want to see salvation. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Khan. So the so-called white man, what he does is he covers the faces of the judges thereof. During the time of Renaissance, he painted over Yahweh Shai's picture. I can't think of the name right now, but I think it's called the Lamb. It's a picture of Yahweh Shai with a lamb on his back. They paint that to look like a so-called Edomite. They painted all the other judges' pictures to look like Edomites. The Russell Crowe movie, Noah, Edomite. The Moses movie with Christian Bale that came out some odd years ago. He was a so-called white man. So they do this because they do this because the Most High wants us to know who our enemy is. They do this so that way we have the ability to push forth these prophecies, and so that way the Most High can come, so that way Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai can come back and display His true power. All right, and I just wanted to get this lesson out of there. I pray that this is edifying. Shalom.